All right, Coach. A good win against Shorter. Tough, maybe in the second half, letting them fight back in it a little bit. But talk about the effort from first half to second half and being able to close out the game.
Yeah, a lot of good things and a lot of things we had to clean up and just be better about. But proud of the guys, right? It's not easy to win college football games, so proud of how they played and did a good job in the middle eight, right? Scoring on punt return right for half, and then scoring the first drive after halftime with a good stop on first down. So excited about that, right? A lot of things to clean up and a lot of things we got to work on as coaches and players just to be better because we know the road is never easy, so we got to keep rolling.
Talk about special teams today. I know you preach a lot about special teams and the meaning of that for the team, but they were huge today and just field position and getting a score, and so talk about that.
Yeah, huge momentum, right? A touchdown right for halftime was awesome, and Tony Newsom doing a great job of setting up the wall, and a lot of guys, blocking with the technique that we're talking about. So we talk about, a couple plays could change a game, and that play probably changed the game right there. So we gave them 14 points on offense, right? Or just not smart plays. So a lot of things to clean up, but excited about how our guys played in 3 phases, right? Doing a good job.
And then talk about being able to get some of the backups in, get a bunch of guys in rotation today. What does that mean for, we talk about the depth, but what does that mean for moving forward, getting those guys ready, getting them reps for games like this?
Yeah, I think it's a reward because they practice, all fall camp and they practice hard all week to give, whether it be a scout team, whether it be a second string guy, just to get, when you get a chance to get them in the game, right, want them to play well, and they got a lot of things to clean up to get better, but there's only one way to get better, right, and it's to earn the right to go play on the field. So a lot of guys are in the right to get on the field and go play, and I'm excited that they get a chance. Some guys with their first college snap, so I think it's always cool to see that. Brian Hooks, the guy who caught the interception in the game, 2 years ago, Brian was a filmer for us. So to go from a filmer to stay relentless, keep working, and now catch an interception in the game is really why us as coaches do it. So it's a pretty cool moment in the game.
I have a question actually for Roger Kane, Coach. Just defensively, it seemed like you guys were just playing with incredible intensity and enthusiasm tonight. Is that something you felt in the preparation for the game coming up to this week, or am I missing something? It looks like we're hitting harder than usual.
Yeah, this is how we prepare ourselves. We go against a good offense. We got a good offense, so we go against them every day throughout the week and down to the scout team. So the coaches do a good job of making sure we see the list that we need to see every week. So that way, when we come out Saturdays, Fridays, or whatever it is, we'll be able to execute the things that we coach to do, so we can make those plays.
How big were his interceptions?
Yeah, awesome. Game-changing plays to give the offense a chance to get some quick possession. So Rod has been here with us since the summer, and he's worked his butt off and done a lot of really good things for us. And playing great technique tonight, you usually get rewarded when you do the stuff the right way. So he's a great kid, man, and our defense is playing at a high level right now. And the goal is to be intense, right, in a good way. And that's kind of the standard we've tried to set around here the last couple of years.
Corey, you had 95 yards receiving, 78 yards after the catch. We talked about it, I know, the first interview, but let's talk about your ability to catch and get open and make yards after catch.
Honestly, it's like Rod said, it kind of just comes down to preparation. Just keep practicing it. Like, we do little drills and trying to catch the ball and tuck and turn up field. So I just pretty much just did what we've been doing all week in practice and just showed up on game day.
Rod, what's it feel like to have 2 interceptions in a game?
I feel good. We're going to celebrate, but when we come back Monday, it's a new week, it's over with. I just watch film tomorrow, put in that back pocket, it's over with, now to the next, for sure.
What do you want to see from the defense moving forward?
Just consistency. When we hot, we hot. We can't be messed with, I feel like, and if we show it every week, when we on, we on. We just gotta stay consistent, stay together, lean on each other when we need each other, and just keep coming out and playing.
Corey, for you, there were 10 different receivers who caught a pass today. What does that mean for you to have other guys that are contributing in the passing game?
It feels great because it's something that we all look forward to. Like we had something this week where we just talked about everyone is happy. Everyone gets happy whenever someone else gets the ball or score a touchdown, something like that. So for us to spread the ball like that and on offense, passing the ball, catching, it's just great as a receiver unit. Like, we're not just okay, only these 3 receivers are going to catch the ball. Like, all of our receivers are legit. So that's just something that we already kind of knew. So, yeah.
Coach, talk about Michael Shine and his being able to just pin their team deep. Had some booming punts out there today. What is
Yeah,
that?
he did. He's a weapon for us, and he does a great job. And he's a left-footed punter, so a lot of people only catch right-footed all the time. And then when you go try to catch a left-footed punt, it's not easy to do. So he's caused multiple turnovers right this year just from putting the ball so high that guys lose it in the lights and things like that. So he's a weapon. I hate that he has to go out there because it means we didn't score on offense. So, but it gives us opportunities when he does get out there to cover the right way and then possibly get turnovers, which is good. So giving us extra possessions from him is elite, and I think he's, in my opinion, probably the best punter in the country.
On the defensive line, you guys had, not just defensive line, but linebackers as well. You had 11 tackles for loss. How does that set the tone for the team to be able to control the trenches?
Yeah, I mean, that's the number one thing. Byron and everybody on D-line, and guys can tell you in practice, I tell them, hey, you got to stop the run, right, and then be able to rush the quarterback. You got to earn the right to get to the quarterback, right? So to be able to create TFLs on first and second down is something that we've set a standard for, and make second and long, third and long, tougher play calls for the opponents on the other sideline. So our guys have done a great job of that. I don't know what our numbers are for the year, but I know it's probably pretty up there. And so excited about that, and we know that's the standard moving forward.
And Rod, for the defensive backs, when guys take care of their jobs up front, does that make your job easier?
Yeah, it do. Sometimes, sometimes they might get some quarterback before you can throw the ball. So, but it definitely make it easier when they control the run. You gotta resort to the pass game. You stop the run, you got a high chance of winning the game. So we just all come out and do our job.
I have one more question, really for all 3 of you. Coach Nobles and I, we speak often just in passing and it functions. And I was telling him and Coach Connor, I can hear you guys well across campus from offices throughout the spring, throughout the worst heat of the summer, and even now in the middle of the season. Am I correct in my assessment that there's a lot of enthusiasm with this year's team? It feels like you guys are not just playing with joy. Is that accurate, or am I just hopeful?
Yeah, I would say so. I think our guys enjoy being around each other, and you had a long fall camp, right? So you go through a lot of trials and tribulations during fall camp that you got to grow through. And I've talked to these guys from day one. And the first thing we talked about in our team meeting was just playing with love, right? And showing your teammates how much you love them, by your words, but your actions as well. So chasing the football, being a great teammate. So our guys have heard that, a lot from us, and we've tried to push that. And we know it's a long season, so we're not trying to abandon that at all. We're going to play with love and show each other that we care about this team, not just wins, but off the field as well.
Anybody else?
Question for Rod. Since you're new here at West Florida, emotionally, how does it feel to make a big play for us?
Answer this question the right way. I say this, before I got here, I always looked at this school as one of those schools that I would be lucky to play for. So once my opportunity came for me to come here and play, it's just a blessing for me to be on the field, actually. So just to make those plays, just to actually, pat on the back for myself. And thank you to the people around me, my teammates, my coaches, because they believed in me. They gave me another chance where a lot of teams, schools maybe wouldn't, and it's paying off for both of us.
Happy there, Rod.
So am I. All right, go Argos. Thank you. Go Argos.